Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Guardian of the Galaxy Titus Build-A-Figure Wave Angela. Now this and the Nova that's part of this wave are the only figures that I have picked up, and I picked them up from Big Bad Toy Store, so if you want to go ahead and get your own, check out the link that is in the description below. But just before we do jump into this review, I do want to mention I have the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure Wave, the Marvel Knights wave that comes with Daredevil and Punisher, etc., the TV figures, and also the Thor Ragnarok wave, both on pre-order, so I'll get those full cases when they come out, so expect reviews for those as soon as they are released. And also the Spider-Man Homecoming 2-pack with Iron Man, that's also in my cart, ready to ship. Oh, and also the Human Torch as well, that's also ready to ship, so expect lots of Marvel Legends coming very, very soon in the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here is Angela out of the packaging. Now this figure actually stands about 7 inches tall, so she is taller than your average Marvel Legends figure by about half an inch to a quarter of an inch, which obviously means she is more of that kind of Asgardian height. Now, what's cool about this figure is actually the character itself it started out in the Spawn comics and then was eventually bought out as a Marvel character. Now, I haven't actually read Original Sin yet. I do have the book though, and that is where they kind of integrate her as Thor's long-lost sister. It's a really, really good standalone piece, or maybe just as a pairing of this and any kind of Spawn figure that you may already own. Now, as most Spawn figures were in the kind of 7-inch scale, they're going to work awesome. So whether you're getting it for a Marvel display or a Spawn display, she hasn't really changed all that much since the Spawn days. This definitely works really, really well. Now, she does come with a few accessories, and she can actually hold all of them on her. Obviously, she can hold one of these axes in both hands. We have the nice brown down there on the grip, and then the awesome kind of marbled gold effect. I love it when they do this kind of a plastic effect. It looks awesome. So you get 2 of those, which, as you can see, looks really awesome when she holds it backwards. I love that kind of a look. But then she also has that sword, which does actually have a sheath slash scabbard, whatever you want to call that, attached to her belt. It cannot be removed from the belt. It is actually molded on there really, really nicely. It does look very, very cool. You've got the gold paint apps on there too. We do have a nice bit of silver paint app on the front there as well. Here's a closer look at the sword there itself. Mine's a little warped from the package, but that's easily sorted out. It is very soft, as you can see. Love the design of this thing. The hilt there is fantastic, and obviously you have the silver paint on the gold marble effect there as well. And what's awesome is that everything that's gold that you can see is all molded besides this part right here, and then also this bit up here, and then any gold that you've got just on paint apps, just like on the kind of scarf thing, this neck thing. And it's all the same color. Normally it's really hard to match the painted colors and the molded plastic, and this is done absolutely perfect. You cannot tell the difference there. Down here, these boots, normally this would have been like a painted thing. This is actually all molded in. The gold on the pins is actually really, really close match there. You can see like inside the details and everything. You can see it down here on the feet too. You know, it's a kind of a yellowy gold, but it matches quite well. But then also, these are actually a separate piece to these upper parts of the thigh right here. So you don't have like a paint app of the skin there. That is actually the molded plastic, and then this is molded plastic. So there's no kind of sloppy paint edge or anything there, which I really, really do appreciate. And then the same thing goes for the head. That is a separate piece up there. We're normally used to seeing separate pieces for the heads because obviously the hair is normally a separate piece to the face itself. And then we have completely new arms over here because we have the sculpt work over here. That's not just, you know, painted silver lines for straps or something. That is actually the sculpt work in there. So we have, you know, pretty much complete new molding across the board, apart from like these hip pieces and then maybe this torso piece here. I'm pretty sure that everything else is going to be newly molded. Maybe the hands might have been used from something else as well. So they really went all out on this figure. We have these elbow guards here, which if you actually look at artwork, are actually on her elbows, which is fantastic because they do cover up the joint there really nicely, and they have the cutouts which enable you to still get the full articulation, and that works on both sides. As you can see, it covers up that joint nicely. And we do actually have a little bit of blue, I can tell, in this white, unless the white is just covering something else. I'm pretty sure that there is some blue in there, so that kind of harkens back to the Toy Biz days of paint apps, so that's pretty sweet. The hair does actually have a bit of brown in there along with the ginger to give it a really, really nice depth. And also the hair, as you can see, is quite soft plastic as well, so these little strands and these wings here on the crest are not going to snap off. We have that same plastic here in the shoulders, as you can see, so that's attached to the arm. This one is more attached to this pauldron, whereas this one over here is a bit looser. I do wish this was like this because you get more articulation out of this side. The head, the paint, look at those eyes and that really nice design coming down there underneath the eyes. The lips are done cleanly as well. Everything about this figure is just so much better than a lot of Legends that we've got as of late, but they are definitely starting to get better, I have to say. Articulation, the head can move left and right, forward and back, and up and down. We get a bit side to side pivot right there. These shoulders, this one has the full movement out to the side and then rotation all the way around. This one over here can't move up quite as far because it is harder plastic on that pauldron. They do both rotate all the way around there. You've got the rotation and the single hinge there at the elbow. Do wish it was a double joint, but it doesn't matter too much. Honestly, with the double joint there, then this brace would have gotten in the way. So I do actually prefer having that brace there. At the wrists, they both rotate, and then this one actually moves up and down, and then this one over here actually moves in and out. So this one does this, and then the other one, the right hand, does this. So we have the diaphragm joint here, rotates side to side. It's on a ball joint, so it can also crunch forward and back, and pivot side to side there as well. The hips, the legs move out this far. Forward, back, rotation the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, and the feet do move up and down and have ankle pivot. So overall, guys, you get good accessories. The articulation is awesome. The accuracy is epic. We get newly molded parts, lots of awesome paintwork. The head sculpt is amazing. So you get great articulation out of that hair. Even though it's massive, you can still move that head, which is fantastic compared to some previous Legends. And it's honestly one of the best Legends that we've ever gotten, in my opinion, at the very least from Hasbro anyway. Whether you like the character or not, this is definitely a step forward in terms of Hasbro Legends, and I definitely recommend it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see more from my collection, check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123, and the link is in the description below. If you want to check out more videos from my channel, check out the ones that are on screen here and here right now, and subscribe for more Marvel Legends. Like I said, there's more coming up. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.